Hello, and welcome everyone to another StarCraft 2 England cast. Today I have got Game 2 between WhiteRa and GLSnute. Snute is the blue Zerg in the top right, and WhiteRa is the red Protoss in the bottom left. The map is Daybreak. It is the ladder version of this map. Now, I'm doing this as a best of three. I'm not actually sure if... I couldn't find it in a tournament or anything, so... I've been really out of the loop though in the last week or so because, as I said in game 1, I've had power cuts, I've had craziness like that going on, so the internet has disappeared for me for vast periods of time, which is highly upsetting. But that means that this could just be ladder matches, which just happen to be played at a similar time. It's not uncommon when you get players who get really high up in rank because obviously they don't have enough opponents, so they end up playing the same people again and again and again. But if it is from a tournament, I apologise, I'm just an idiot. If it is just ladder games, then this isn't a best of 3, it's just some awesome games. But either way, they're fun, and I'm going to enjoy them, so you better enjoy them too. That's pretty much it. So, obviously, if you haven't watched Game 1, go and watch it. It's in a playlist, so just go back and just watch it and be happy. Because, spoiler alert, I'm going to tell you who won Game 1. You've had your warning. Game 1 went to WhiteRa. It was a crazy, crazy game where there was, well, lots and lots and lots of DTs and drops and bailing drops and mutalisks and everything just went crazy. But we will see here Snute going for a bit more of a normal spawning pool timing here. He went for an 11 pool in game 1 and now has gone for I think it was a 15 pool. So good Snute, you have gone back to the realm of normality. So is WhiteRa. He's just getting down his forward pylon, and obviously he scouted the timing of that spawning pool. So will he go for a forge first? Yes, he will. I was wondering if he might go for a nexus first, be brave, but no, why be brave when you can be safe? Because safe wins games with the odd risk. But yep, that's beside the point. So I forgot to mention, if you like the games, please give them a thumbs up, please subscribe, please follow me on Twitter and all that sort of shenanigans, because it makes me happy. And then I smiley face. I should hit 100 subscribers soon, which isn't many, I know, but it makes me smile because then I'm in 3 digits. It's like the first time your bank account ever gets into 3 digits or 4 digits or 5, 6, 7, 8. If it gets into 8 digits, high five, you're doing well. Anyway, we will see here that WhiteRa, well, it's going very, very standard. He's getting his nexus up, he's getting a gateway. We'll probably see a photon cannon come down depending on how scared he is. I say scared, it's how likely he feels pressure is going to be, but he might get one just for the hell of it. It's nice scouting, yes he will. Snute, meanwhile, getting up his natural base. He's just droning away, no gas, which is really normal because obviously a forge fast expand means he needs this base down ASAP. 4 minutes 20 is the target time. Anything before that is a bit early, anything after that is a bit late. But as you'll see, it will look like Snute is just going to be getting it pretty much bang on. 4 minutes, kind of 7. That's fairly normal. It's not a big deal. It's a bit early. And by getting it a bit early, it just means that these Zerglings have to be extra careful to make sure this probe doesn't build a photon cannon, because that really makes you scared. And no, it won't be able to, because Snute's Zerglings are on it. Like, they're bang on it. They're like, you are not building photon cannons in my third. That is just not how I roll. Meanwhile, a Cybercore on the way out for WhiteRa. He's got 1 gas up. His Nexus has just finished at his natural. Meanwhile, Snute is just droning and droning. Because, well, who doesn't like drones? If you're a Zerg player, drones are your favourite thing. You just want to hammer that S and D key. To be like S, D, 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 D. And then, as long as you don't die between doing that and when you have 70 drones, you then are like, lol, 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 Broodlord Infester, and just go and walk all over everyone. Don't forget the spines though. If you go Broodlord Infester, too many people, especially those in lower leagues, go to Broodlord and Infester and then wonder why they die to drops. You have to just spine everywhere. It's the one thing you do to defend, because Broodlord Infester is probably the most immobile army in StarCraft. Now, what have we got Snute doing? Well, he's got all 3 of his bases up now. We do have this one Zealot marching bravely forth. And, well, the Queen can try and do stuff there. Doesn't want to get caught off creep, though, because now that Queen is almost certainly going to die. But the Zealot will run away. Just be like, nope, not taking up. Just, nope, going to go. We will see these Zerglings just checking for a third out of WhiteRa. There isn't one there yet, though, so that will make Snute happy. There's also only the 1 gas out for WhiteRa at the moment, so we'll probably see the the second, third and fourth gas come down fairly soon, or the third base come down fairly soon, and that is really what Snute needs to see. Because he hasn't seen that, he could assume that this is some kind of 2 base all in, but obviously if he doesn't see it, then well, so if he does see this third base, then he knows that isn't going to be occurring, and he's going to be safe for a bit longer to drone, and drone, and drone, and drone, and drone. Meanwhile, we will see Snoot. He is getting his third gas up now. We'll probably see all of the gas taken fairly shortly, because he's about to reach that money point of drones. He's at 50, so only needs about 20 more, which really on 3 bases isn't long at all. Here comes some Stalkers though, and also a Zealot, and 2 Stalkers and a Zealot are actually insanely annoying, especially against 3 Zerglings. Some drones are being pulled as well. That Queen does not want to go down and does manage to trap the Zealot. That is some good control there by Snoot, but the Stalkers are going to try and chase down that Queen. If they do get it, that'll be bad times, and they're only going to take one more hit. 2 HP are left. Queen, run away, run away, run away. No, it goes down, and that is a big hit to Snoot's production, and the Stalkers are going to happily escape. Now, what can Snoot do? He needs to get a couple more Zerglings out, because otherwise he could have some problems. He's getting a Roach Warren down. He is only now just getting that Zergling speed. He's got Lair already about 3/4 done. Meanwhile, we will see WhiteRa's third base is coming up now. He's got 3 more gateways, 2 Robos, and has he even got any other gateways? No, he hasn't. So that takes him up to 4 gates and 2 Robos. We will probably see a Robotics Bay come out soon, and then we'll get Colossi, and well, that's just because what Protoss players do. There goes down the 5th gas for Snoot. The 6th one will probably be coming out soon. How's he doing on that drone production? Up to 66. He only needs 4 more. Well, 4 to 20 more. It depends on where he specifically likes to go, but 70 drones is a pretty nice number around there. So that is pretty cool. We will see drop tech coming out again for Snoot. That makes me happy. A macro hatch is coming out, and a single Evo. No double Evo, which is a bit more unusual, because a lot of Zerg players like double upgrades. They just work nicely, because until you start getting into kind of Infestor Broodlord, that sort of tech style, you don't actually have many ways to spend loads of gas super quickly, and it also makes your Zerglings and Roaches so much better, and that's why you just do it. But we will see +1 Carapace coming down there now. All of these Overlords are moving forward. Is there going to be a big drop? Hopefully. Snoot learned his lesson. He's like, DTs really screwed me over last game, so let's build some spores everywhere. And that's just cute. He learns what is going to kill him. But this Overlord should be able to get away if it is careful, and Snoot does pay attention. But is he paying attention? Who knows? It would appear not. It's going to die, and doesn't even get any scouting information. A 6th gateway will be coming down there. We will see an Immortal coming out. That 2nd robotics facility not being used as of yet. All these Overlords are queuing up. Drop tech is about to be finished. 14 Roaches are coming out ASAP. So is Roach Speed. So is the 4th base of Snoot. Meanwhile, WhiteRa, he's just happy. He's like, I'm going to get out a lot of, well, Robo Bay units. He's getting out more Immortals. Another War Prism, because WhiteRa's dropping in game 1 was just sweet and really worked nicely. So who can blame him? If it works, don't stop doing it, and if it doesn't work, don't keep doing it, because that's the definition of idiocy, is doing the same thing and expecting different results. Twilight Council just down now for WhiteRa. We'll probably see Blink any second. Go and click it. Click the Blink. Okay, so WhiteRa will eventually get Blink with that. We see that just makes Stalkers so much better, and we will see that Snoot is happily up there. Look at that supply difference, it is huge. He has pretty much cut all of that drone production, because he's got more than enough. All of these Roaches are just sitting around here ready to get loaded up, and the Overlords are there, they're ready for the dropping. But we will see here that this probe has dropped a pylon, and he's going to get one actually at this 4th base. So really now Snoot needs to come down with all of his army, but not all of it, because, well, there's a drop coming down in the main. So this is a great multi-pronged attack coming down here from WhiteRa, but Snoot is on it. He's just like, do you know what? I've got to split my army perfectly. I'm ready to defend this 4th base. I've got a Spore coming down here as well, and this is going to force WhiteRa to move back and just kind of try and get some more units up. And really he wants to be careful, because these Roaches are going to move forward. The Roaches are +1 armor against +1 attack, so they nullify each other. And now we will see a big drop getting geared up here. Just look at all those Overlords, and they are all nearly all full. And what is WhiteRa going to do? Well, he's going to see all this coming in, and he's going to try and snipe some down. Quite a few of them actually carrying Roaches are going to get taken down, but this just means it's going to be a perfect surround for Snoot. But just look at how quickly those Immortals are eating through the Roaches. There are 4 Immortals in there. There are still 3 happily alive. No, 4 alive, sorry. And that just means that WhiteRa is going to be able to clean this up super quickly and efficiently, because Immortals are crazy good against Roaches. So if we look at the loss tab, Actually, it wasn't too uneven, so that wasn't too bad at all there. But what is bad is the fact that now Snoot, well, he's lacking a lot of stuff. Here comes all of these roaches. There is that war prism still threatening the main base, but this fourth base of Snoot is looking extremely precarious here because the roaches only just coming in now. A good force field, and really Snoot has to be careful. He needs to try and focus fire down the Immortals if possible, otherwise he's going to have big problems. More money force fields are on the way. I can't see a thing now. This is insanely inconvenient. There is literally no angle I can see what goes on here, but I mean, I've kept the health bars up this game just because I think it just makes it better for people who know the game to see exactly what's going on. Players will be so used to having health bars around anyway. So we will see that that one Immortal is still just going to deny Snoot from being able to do too much, but Snoot is in mass production mode. He's got about 20 more roaches coming out. And still, WhiteRa has no fourth base. This Zergling just diligently making sure nothing does go down there. And we will just see that WhiteRa is adding on a lot more gateways, and also quite a few photon cannons just around the edge to defend from muters, although there's no spire out anywhere as far as I do know. We will see another macro hatch coming out, so really Snoot doing a great job here. 1,000 minerals, build a hatchery. It's kind of an unwritten rule which works really, really well, that if you hit 1,000 minerals as a Zerg player and there wasn't a specific reason for it, just build a hatchery. It works nicely. Even if you can't build it at an expansion, just build one because you can afford the production. We will see this pylon is going to go down. Those photon cannons are going to deny the drops coming in from Snoot, and WhiteRa, he's in a good spot because Snoot has maxed out on roaches, which are really supply inefficient, but he's also going to lose quite a few overlords if he isn't too careful. But just look at this Immortal production, just constantly Immortals, 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 plus 3 ground weapons are also going to be coming out. Meanwhile, we have only got one, about to be +1 missile attack coming out. Second evolution chamber, finally an infestation pit coming out as well now. Snoot is supply blocked. He's run out of overlords, so he's building 5 at a time. He's getting a 5th base up. Meanwhile, WhiteRa is still stuck on 3 bases, and that's going to be a problem if it happens for too much longer. Those roaches are sneaking their way in, but they're going to be met by an awful lot of stalkers, but that does allow a huge drop to come off in the main base. And just look at them all of these roaches absolutely everywhere. All of WhiteRa's tech and production is going to be hit here, and there's only a couple of stalkers. All of these Immortals are coming in. They're just like scuttle, 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 scuttle. Anyone who hasn't seen the day 9 impression of an Immortal, go and watch it. And really, those Immortals are going to make everything a bad day for roaches, because roaches are just, well, cannon fodder to Immortals. But having said that, if you focus them down, you still can get quite a few kills, but there's just so many, and all those stalkers as well. +3 is going to be done quite quickly as well now. Meanwhile, what is Snoot going to do? He's just going to build more roaches. 41 roaches. Because basically he's got a problem with his Archie. It gets stuck down. So it's a serious condition, people. It's called Arthritis or something like that. Anyway, it's a bit like TLO. He's got on the D key though. It's like the R key, but just a little bit down. They're both very, very dodgy keys for Zerg players. Anyway, we will see that just more roaches are coming down. A lot of spine crawlers coming out. Amazingly, this base is doing nothing. What is the... Well, actually, Snoot could do with building a couple more drones because he is behind, but it is, of course, WhiteRa's problem because he hasn't got a 4th base up yet, and Snoot is on 5 bases, but that could all be about to change because just look at this army marching forward. Upgrades are 1-1 for Snoot against 3-0 for WhiteRa. Those Immortals, they look scary, so... What is Snoot's reaction? I'm going to build Infestors and Zerglings because they do really, really well against both Stalkers and Immortals. But we will see these spines are getting completely annihilated, and really it looks like WhiteRa is in quite a happy position right now. They're at pretty equal supply. There's a much better arc though there for Snoot. A big fungal growth goes off. Are there any more infestors coming in? No, but I mean still those Immortals are just eating their way through all the roaches. Another big fungal does go off there, and it's chain fungling from Snoot. That's the order of the day. He's just producing so many more Zerglings, and this is going to come quite down to the wire. But if these Zerglings keep trickling in one at a time, that will not engage well for Snoot. He's about to lose his 5th base as well at the time right now. Those drones don't want to go down there. They're turning around very, very rapidly. Snoot has got a hive about to finish up. WhiteRa, well, he's just really focused on this attack, and you can see that by his production has basically stopped. He's just warping in whenever he can, and here comes in the cavalry. All of the drones being pulled as well though. That is never a good sign. It means you are at your last leg, and well, it would appear that this is pretty much going to be GG now. I don't really see any way Snoot's going to come back from it, and there is the GG. So, unfortunately for Snoot, his mass roach drop play didn't do the damage it needed to, but well done to WhiteRa. So, it has answered my question because I've got another game, so it can't be a best of 3, because WhiteRa's now 1-2. But tune in for that, I'll put them all together for the fun of it.